Sarah, Nokia somehow managed to fall 18% yesterday. Now, they did put out a profits warning, but everybody's known for a very long time that they're in trouble and that they're in the middle of what was bound to be quite a perilous change in strategy. Surely that was an overreaction.
I don't think it was an overreaction. I think what that shows is that shareholders were overly optimistic before this. I mean, yes, he is...
They hadn't worked out quite the risks involved in junking a platform he himself, the CEO, said was on fire, and moving to a completely new one, you mean?
Exactly, yeah. And, you know, we shouldn't blow our own trumpet too much, but we have been, Lex has been saying this for a long time, that look guys, you know, this is going to be really bad and a lot worse than the shares are pricing in. And I think yesterday we got confirmation of that. So
what exactly is the bad news that we got yesterday? Why are things going so much worse than people thought?
It's quite a spectacular statement. It basically said the operating margin, which was going to be between 6 and 9%, and that was already reduced, would be probably 0. Okay,
right.
So it was quite an extreme.
Not good.
Quite an extreme warning, and what it's basically telling you is that nobody's buying Nokia phones right now. Why would they? Because the old system is obsolete, the new system hasn't arrived yet.
So it's completely obvious, really, that they were going to have a bad patch now.
Yeah, I think it should have been obvious, yeah.
Now, doesn't that imply they're moving from the old system to the Microsoft platform? Does that not imply that they need to hurry up and get this done? Because as you've just mapped out, they basically have no way to make a profit for as long as they're sitting here with offering people already obsolete products.
Yeah, this is where I disagree, actually. I think the worst thing Stephen Elop, the new chief executive, could do now would be to panic and to rush out the first of these new Microsoft phones. Because everybody is waiting for this moment. This is his one chance to reinvent this company. And Nokia has this very bad history of rushing out products and then they're not ready, or there are bugs, or they're just not very good. I mean, he really needs to come out with something that's fantastic and convinces consumers and investors that, hey, Nokia has a future with Microsoft.
Basically, this is his only chance to make a first impression with this product. If people get the impression that this is not something you'd want to be seen with in public, that's that.
Exactly. I think at that point, you know, its chances of rejuvenating are pretty much gone, and it ends up a sort of very commoditized company. It's probably only worth sort of €3 a share.
So this sounds extremely negative. Stephen Elop's only been in a matter of months already. Is he already in the last chance saloon, and how badly damaged is his credibility by this incident?
I think Stephen Elop was right to come in, and do you remember he had this sort of Nokia's on a burning platform and it needs to jump off. I mean, I think he was right about that, and he took a big risk. His mistake was that he didn't prepare people properly for what was going to happen. On the day that he made that announcement, he gave no guidance whatsoever, so everyone panicked.
Right.
And then the guidance that he did give, obviously, was far too optimistic. So I think he's done a really bad job of expectations management. I hate that phrase, but you know what I mean. But ultimately, I think the strategy, you know, he just has to plough on now. He's gone too far along.
Okay, the man's committed. He's in there for the long term. We will wait those new phones with Windows on them with very great interest.